What's good, everybody? It's Rerouted, and today I'm interviewing someone that I've known for well over 10 years.
Yep.
Someone that I was close with before either of us had anything to do with being involved with music. My brother Scuba.
Yes, sir. Definitely 10-year bro right here.
Welcome back to LA.
It's good to be back.
I want to start where you and I first met. I'm not exactly sure what our first encounter was, like how we first actually met. I think we just had a bunch of mutual.
I have probably a good idea. Like lunch table type vibes.
Not at Collie though, because I think they were assigned.
No, we all used
Nah,
to.
that's cap.
That's definitely cap. That's definitely cap.
Yeah.
I was chilling with the... Well, you was playing baseball at the time?
For sure.
So,
Sure.
all the baseball cats?
Yeah, no, yeah. You were interesting because you were new, which we'll get into, but you also were very well-rounded with everybody.
I spoke to everybody.
Everybody. Which is the same exact way as it is now.
It didn't matter who it was, yeah.
At all. And that's
I was fucking with that school. Definitely from the school that I went to before, it was definitely not like that.
Let's get into that though. So in 8th grade is when we first met. Where were you prior to that, or how did you find yourself in Hooksett, New Hampshire?
So we had just moved back from Puerto Rico because I lived in Manchester for a little bit. Then we went to Puerto Rico after my parents got married and shit. But we only lasted like a year, bro, because that shit was hectic, like hectic, bro. Shit was just crazy. That's all I could say about it. We could get into detail all day about it, but that shit was just crazy. So we just came back and we wanted to go somewhere that was obviously better than Puerto Rico itself, which would be New Hampshire, but better than Manchester. I think my parents were going for. So then we moved to Hooksett, the little projects down the street or wherever down the.
I remember the bus stop.
Yeah, the little bus. Yeah. Then we actually stayed there for 2 years. My parents ended up getting divorced at some point. We moved back to Manchester, and that's how I got to Hooksett. Really, I was there for like a year or two. Really.
So you had experience in New Hampshire prior to Collie?
Yeah, for sure.
So you went from Puerto Rico to Manchester, Hooksett back to Manchester?
I was born in Puerto Rico.
Right.
I was there till like 7, 8 years old, whatever grade that is. Came to America, how I would say, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though Puerto Rico's still America, but same, whatever.
Yeah.
I did a few years in elementary. I did 1 year in Southside in Manchester. Then I went to Puerto Rico for 7th grade.
Word.
Came back, went to Collie for 8th grade, and then Central.
What were you...
Somewhere along those lines, I did go to Memorial because I was not the best student at Central, but then, you feel me? I went back to Central to graduate because I was not graduating from Memorial, no way.
Do you have any memories from Puerto Rico from going up over there?
Yeah, of course.
What were you up to?
I learned my first language and shit, so now I learned a little bit of English over there, but nothing like I learned out here.
Right.
Shit was cool. People are... It's humbling, you know, because you don't wear whatever you want over there. You wear uniforms. So,
okay.
So you can't just be like, oh, I'm flexing, you're not type shit. So what people really focus on is being, like, clean. Like, you know, like, even the guys, they do the manicures and the haircuts and the eyebrows, the earrings.
Eyebrows are probably crazy.
Niggas got all the accessories and shit, so you got to keep up with that shit. And niggas are mean over there, bro. Niggas is rude. Rude little boys. When I was a little kid, like, beat you up for no reason. Oh, you're new here. Like, we don't fuck with you. Where you from? Beat the fuck out of you. But it got cool because we're just little kids, so niggas get over that shit. Made some friends, and you feel me? It ain't nothing. It's not nothing too much different from here. You know what I'm saying? We're all human. We all have friends. We do what we do. We play sports, whatever. It's cool.
But I was about to have you compare them, but it does sound like they're a little bit different because you go to Manchester, something like that's not necessarily going to happen. Like
Right. Manchester was more cool than Puerto Rico for sure, especially because you actually get detention here and whatever type shit. Puerto Rico niggas is, all right, you good, but...
Let's get into high school a little bit because, like you say, yeah, you laugh. Because obviously, kind of like you just mentioned, you had quite a unique experience.
I was not the best student in high school, I can tell you that.
So, why do you think that was? Was it maybe your surroundings, your home life? Like, what do you think that was a reflection of?
Just me. Definitely just me. Because my mom, she went to college. She does the work, does whatever. She does it the right way. She's not like, my mom never taught me how to do bad shit or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? My mom's a real put together, like, she's a woman, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She does what she does. It was just me. I thought everything was mad cool. Like, I want to talk to my boy in class, I'm going to do that. Like, like, I did what I want type shit. It's not like I was a bad kid. I just kind of did what I want. Had fun, you know what I'm saying? For sure. I didn't take it serious how I should have type shit. It was fun. I could tell you that. High school was so fun,
I'm sure you enjoyed yourself, for sure.
I barely missed school. Besides my sophomore year, I didn't go because I used to be big on GTA 5 and shit. Mm-hmm. Just game all day long, talk shit to niggas and shit. GTA 5 was crazy.
Yeah, that's funny. You just said that you didn't take it serious like you should have. Do you regret not necessarily,
I'm kind of just living through my brother right now. He goes to college, he does good. You feel me? So I'm just living that lifestyle through my brother.
Absolutely.
Type shit.
Were y'all close growing up? I know you have 2 other brothers.
100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Little 22. My brother John, yeah, we're all mad close.
What were some of the things that you guys were up to in New Hampshire?
Me and my brothers?
Yeah, or just you specifically.
I always was with my brothers for sure, because my mom would be like at work, my dad was at work, and I'm the oldest, so I'm not going to leave my little brothers at home, but I'm also not going to stay at home all day.
Right.
So we'll go to the park, play ball and shit, go to the skate park and shit. Mad niggas used to be there smoking weed, drinking whatever, but I didn't even get into all that smoking and drinking shit until I was like already older for real, 18 years old. Like, everybody's already smoking 13, 14. Hell no.
Why do you feel like that was? It just wasn't for you? You were a little, like, reserved toward it?
I don't know. I didn't avoid it. It was around me. I just kind of just didn't do it.
Made your own decision.
I kind of just didn't see what was I didn't see what was the point of that shit for real. But
that's one thing about you, though. Like, you always...
I do what I want.
Think for yourself and make your own decision.
I do what I want. What I really want to do, If Absolutely. It make me happy, I'm going to do it.
For sure.
Type shit.
For sure.
It's always been.
What was your first introduction to music growing up? What were you playing around the house? What was your first introduction to music?
My mom used to listen to a lot of Spanish shit, but it was like real singing shit, like guitars in the background and shit, you feel me? But my dad's always been into rap.
Word.
My dad used to rap back in the day too, until he got locked up for a while. So did my uncle and shit, but I wasn't around my real father too much. My mom used to just show me little things like he would listen to or like his music and shit. But I wasn't too interested in that. I really didn't even fuck with music too much growing up as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really... I used to be like playing around and shit. I didn't have time to just sit down and listen. Plus, we didn't have iPods and Apple Music where you could just click on shit. You have to really go on television and shit. So I didn't really think about music too much. But when I came here, I could tell you the first 2 songs I listened to. Whoa. From Puerto Rico, I came to my uncle's house, and it's crazy. I remember this. It was on Music Choice.
The 4 of the 500 channels.
Some shit. Some shit like that.
I remember those. I used to watch. Me and my dad used to listen to those. Just put them on and.
So my cousins.
That's funny.
They're watching this dude with long dreads and big ass glasses, baggy clothes. I'm like, this is mad weird. Like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm like, who is it? Like, Lil Wayne. You don't know Lil Wayne? It was Lollipop by Lil Wayne.
Wow.
And the next song was Akon. On the floor, smack that. Yeah, I remember that shit.
That's crazy.
And I was like, damn, like the music here is real nice. I fuck with this shit. And it just attracted me to like rap music for real. That's when I really started listening to shit and what was going viral out here.
Now that's crazy because Wayne was the first artist I ever bought a CD from. Like the first one I ever listened to as well.
He's the GOAT.
The YMCMB era was the first like,
He's the GOAT.
Part of music that I actually like paid attention to.
When I heard music in English, it just clicked like in my brain. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy.
What do you think you liked about it opposed to...
I couldn't understand it. So that's probably what it was. Like the beats are different. I don't understand. Being from Puerto Rico, like English in general, like American people are just fresh. Like they're just mad cool, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's just new. It's new to my ear. Like I'm not used to it.
In order to like learn more about it and kind of adapt to American music, what did you do? You just went on YouTube, like you said, you just kept listening?
My mom bought me, I don't even know what it's called, but a CD player.
Okay.
Like, she used to be big on the CDs because she used to play it in the car.
Nice.
So I asked my mom, can I find a few songs and you kind of put it in a CD and she'll just put like my real name and blah 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 blah, and she bought me that shit. So I used to be into like you're a jerk type shit. Like when I was a little kid, I used to think that shit was crazy. Like all that shit.
You're name dropping crazy songs.
Right, bro. I'm telling you, bro. When I came here, I was like, damn, these songs are crazy. Now that we all look at them like they're like memes and jokes and shit, but I'm telling you, that shit is like, it's like history.
Nostalgic.
It's history for real, bro. I'm
nostalgic,
telling you, like,
definitely
nostalgic.
I know, at least around high school or maybe a little bit after is when you first began maybe experimenting or trying out the idea of being an artist. Do you remember when that first thought came into your head of like, oh, I want to try to do this myself?
Yeah, it was after high school. Did you say after high school?
Around or after, yeah.
It was definitely after high school. Actually, I was doing good. I just graduated and shit. I had a job at the time, a car and shit. And for some reason, I kid you not, it was less than a week after my graduation. Bro, my mom kicked me out of the crib. My car broke down. Bro, I had everything was just not going for me type shit. And my little brother, little 22, he had like a little group of kids that they all used to rap together. And I used to take them to the studio. I would not think about it. I used to like draw type shit back then. And I used to take him to the studio. I'm like, yo, I fuck with this shit. Like, I feel like I can't do that though. And then one day I had nothing to do. Like midnight, just walking around, cold as shit. I just wrote a song. It was Hopeless.
I remember
the first song that I dropped.
Shot that at Rock Rimmon, right?
Yeah, and yeah, that song. I mean, shit, that was years ago. So I make a lot better music now, but it's just it like stuck to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was just like, damn, like I made a song. This is cool.
Because I feel like it was just your truth at the time.
Right. I didn't do it because I wanted to. It just kind of just came over me. You know, I'm just kind of just started singing some shit, rapping some shit, and it just came about. But then after that, I was like, oh, I could keep doing this. I feel like I could keep doing this shit. So I did. And my brother and I, we never been types of kids that like we'll have people do shit for us. We always want to discover shit ourselves and do it.
Right.
So I'm glad that that's my mentality, because nowadays I'm not just a rapper. I can make a beat. I could engineer. I could spit a few bars. You feel me? I could do everything. Whatever we have in this studio, I could fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real artist, musician. Like I love music nowadays.
Sure.
So that's what really like got me into it. Just discovering new things. What does what? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit to this shit. So I fell in love with it. Really. Like I fell in love with it. It's like a lot of knowledge and education that I didn't know about, and I educated myself into this shit. I fucking love this shit now. No cap.
Before we dive into the music, in terms of you kind of getting kicked out, getting in trouble, which we don't have to get into, what clicked for you in terms of doing better for yourself, or quote unquote like learning your lesson? Because I feel like it took a little bit of like a long time.
Well, I mean, I was just living with you in your couch for like 2 years ago, and I was still a knucklehead. You feel me? So it wasn't too long.
I mean, we all were. You weren't getting into no type of crazy shit.
But I could, if I wanted to, I could have. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have just done some stupid shit. You know, like nothing crazy, but like just on some knucklehead shit. You know. But I feel, not to sound corny or none of that, but I got a girl, soon to be wife, I say, and we got a kid now. So it's just different, bro. It's just different. Like, we've been FaceTiming our daughter this whole time that we've been here in LA.
Nice.
Just about to cry every time. Like, damn, I'm trying to be over there. Like, I don't even know, you know. Like, we just got a kid now. It's a whole different ballpark now. Like, whatever decisions I make will affect her life, no matter what. You know.
Since you brought it up, how has fatherhood and maybe the right woman changed you? What impact has that had on you?
I actually think before I do anything, or think before I speak, and you know, because I'm not just representing myself now. I'm representing my family. I got a family.
I love that fact.
So I can't make them look bad in any type of way. So I can't be doing stupid shit and getting into some stupid shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. No, that's a great answer. I love that. Do you remember the first time Lil 22 or his homies kind of like offered the option to be an artist, or kind of just like threw the idea out of you?
No one offered me that option, like out of their group. They would never think I would do that. At the time, I was just legit their driver, bro. Like, they're just some little kids, my little brother's friends type shit.
Just being a big brother.
Yeah. I ended up going back to the studio after I dropped all of them off. I had nowhere to go, remember.
Right.
It's cold, so I'm like, I'm going back to the studio. And my boy Cairo the Mask, it was his studio. And I was like, yo, Cairo, can I pull back up and shit? And I'm pretty sure that was days after I already wrote that shit. I was like, I might have some shit. So I did it. And it was just him and I. He's like, yo, you really should be doing more of this shit, like more music and shit, da da da. I was like, you think so? He's like, yeah, try it. Why not? We're all trying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why wouldn't you? You're here every fucking day.
Got nothing to lose.
Nothing. Nada. Nada. So that's how Cairo.
Wow.
It wasn't them. It was Cairo. Yeah.
Fire.
Cairo.
What made you even write Hopeless in the first place? Was it just your way of venting and kind of getting some emotion out that you may have been dealing with at the time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't say too much on that because I don't really remember, but I remember I was definitely walking down Maple Street.
Wow.
On my notes. And probably phone was about to die type shit. Like, I didn't even give a shit. I don't know where I ended up that night. But, I just wrote that shit and sang it a few times. And like I said, I don't remember. I think I was drinking a little bit too, so I probably just crashed somewhere, like, on a bench for real. I used to do shit like that.
Damn.
My mom was making me learn my lesson, bro, because my whole life my mom was always babying me, and, like, this time I just forced it. She's like, this is it. You're out of here. I didn't really believe it, but
But I respect that about you though, because that shit is, sleeping on a bench is crazy, but I mean, you always figure it out. You thug it out too.
I definitely do. Bro, I slept on my boy's floor for like 7 months before I got my own place. I was bouncing from couch to couch. Then I stayed at my auntie's house for a little bit. And they were not having it. They're like, bro, you're grown, you don't get nothing. Like, you just keep selling weed. Like, you're going to just attract cops. You got to get out of here. So I moved to Philly with my uncle because he had just came out the feds and he offered me a place. I was not fucking with that shit, bro. So I came back
Philly's
from Philly.
Different.
It was not even Philly. I mean, it was cool. I mean, I didn't go outside and try to meet people. You know, I tried getting a job. I mean, I got a job and shit. So I was trying to stay in my own lane. It was back at home. Like, my uncle was just a little too much. I don't know if he's just, it was a jail in him. Like, I don't know what it was, but he was, you feel me? Like, just different. I don't like people telling me what to do either. And I'm not letting nobody tell me what to do. I mean, I respect bro. I never disrespected him or none of that shit. But I barely know him to be taking orders from a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Sure, for sure.
So I just dipped out of there in 2 weeks. Went back to the same old shit. That's when I stayed on my boy's floor for like 7 months, bro. Like, just thugging it. Like, stupid shit, bro.
You have lived
so many places.
You have lived in a variety of places. You went from, not in no order, Puerto Rico, New Hampshire, Philly, Texas, LA, Florida. Man, are there any, I always ask people, are there any like similarities you see between these places? Because I feel like,
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say yes, obviously, but no.
I feel like places are more similar than they are different. Like, everybody has their own. You don't think so?
I mean, we're all human. There's cars, streets, jobs, yeah, like, obviously, but nah, fuck no. Like, you know where, I almost know where I am just by listening, like, you know what I'm saying, like, talking, like, looking around. Bro, let me tell you, bro, the only place I feel like is its own world is Texas.
Why do you say that?
I'm still trying to figure it out, bro. It's its own planet, bro. That Texas is fire, though. It's fire.
Cool. I've never been to Texas. So Hopeless comes out. Did you put the song out first, or you waited to shoot a video with Cole?
I never dropped Hopeless on anything but YouTube.
The video?
The video.
How did you meet Darksight or start working with him? And how that video come together?
I mean, I knew Darksight by his government because high school.
Sure.
He used to do his thing back then. But it was no camera shit, you know?
Sure.
Then when it turned into the camera shit, he was shooting local artists in the area. And, like, this was just, like, bro, his first 2-3 months. Like, he was not, you know, he's not doing too much. It was
early for sure.
It was early. And I hit him up because someone I used to fuck with back in the days gave me his phone number.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yo, just text him, you're good. Text the Darksight, yo, I need this, I need that, here's the song, what's up? Took a little bit to reply, probably like a few days or some shit, and then he's like, let's do it. So we did it.
What was the reaction of your peers or maybe your family or even Lil 22, since he kind of, you know, introduced you to being an artist? What was the reaction when that first came out?
My dad was tweaking because it was a surprise for him, and he did music before, you know what I'm saying?
So it was positive though.
Yeah, tweaking like in a great way. Trying like living through me. My mom, she always been supportive and shit, but she does her own thing. Like she's interested in, you know, she doesn't care too much about it. My brother, everybody was just probably surprised. I say, like, yo, you're doing music now. Mm-hmm. Everybody's probably thinking like, oh, you're gonna be like one of those guys. Oh, okay, you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing. It was nothing crazy.
Sure. You've had a lot of stages within your artistry in terms of dropping music, deleting it, trying some other stuff, and coming back. So, what have you learned over that period of time and kind of finding yourself as an artist? I feel like now you're far more comfortable than you'll ever have been.
Yeah.
And
I mean, when it comes to this shit, I like to always say there's no wrong answers. You do what you do. Mm-hmm. And I did what I did, probably just not being confident, just like, oh, I'm going to delete this. Oh, that's not good. Just overthinking,
right?
Which is so bad because usually I don't. But I feel like nowadays, I just really love this shit. Like, it flows through me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I listen to a beat, I'm like, okay, I got this to say. Boom. If I'm making a beat, I'm listening to a loop. Okay, this going to be here, this going to be there. And then I'm going to hop on it with, you know, like, I like to think about what's going on, like think about the future almost, but it's just like right there. It's just creating is that, it's my thing now. I love it. I just love this shit. That's all I could say. I really love this shit.
From my perspective,
I don't know if that answered your question.
Nah, that was perfect. From my perspective, and just knowing you without saying too much, I feel like prior to where you are now, although you do have a family of your own, I feel like your circumstances were a lot different and you had a lot more maybe like on your plate, and right. You know, now you can really just
chill,
you know, like, unwind and become who you have been trying to become.
Exactly. Now I got more space up here to really
right.
Like, you know
exactly.
What I'm
saying? Exactly.
I'm a lot more happy now too. Like I don't be stressing shit.
And like we talk about that, that reflects positively in the music, because when you're actually passionate about it and enjoy doing it, it's more seamless and it's more natural, and it reflects within your work. Your style as an artist has also changed a lot throughout the years. It has, but it hasn't. So
right.
How would you describe yourself now versus who you may have been previously? How would you describe your sound now?
Before I was just kind of trying shit. I had no direction. This beat sounds cool. I'm gonna do this. Mm-hmm. What is this? I don't know. I'm gonna just try some shit. Now, I listen to a beat or feel the vibe and shit, and I already know what voice I'm gonna do, because I got different voices. Like this is Scuba, this is Lil Scuba. You feel me? Like sure. It's different shit. So not to sound weird or anything, but one day I was just off the shrooms, and my boy X came to my mom's crib. We recorded songs in the basement, and I never felt like how I was feeling that day. It just felt mad good, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, try some no auto-tune shit. It's like, no auto-tune shit. Why would I do that? He's like, bro, just trust me. This is gonna be the Scuba flow. I don't know, some shit just clicked, and that was Scuba Flow, the song I just dropped not too long ago.
Wow.
And it just,
that's a cool story.
And I was like, oh, this sounds tough. Like, niggas is not even trying to sing, nothing. It's just rap the whole time. I'm like, let's do another one. So we did another one. And then after that, I told him, like, yo, I'm moving down south. Like, we got to really put some work in before I go, da-da-da. We ended up making, like, 60, 70 songs before I left. And
damn.
It was probably like a month or two. I don't know.
You've been surrounded by artists a lot throughout your entire journey of becoming an artist. From Lil 22 and his friends to all the guys to Project X to Darksight, Shisco. What have you taken from them over the years just by observing? What have they?
Everything.
Has anyone
Everything,
taught you
everything.
given you any gems?
I'm just gonna say everything. I don't really got anything to just put detail into, but I'm very observant. So I even from you, I don't just send you some bullshit. I always try to send you some shit that I be like, he's either gonna really like this or really hate it, because I really like it, but I need to know what reroute it's thinking, you know.
Sure.
So I take everybody's opinion, and it's not just opinions, but like when I was living with y'all, bro, Shisco, he would just like make crazy music, and I'm like, bro, how do you make this shit? Like, I'm not trying to make your style, but like, I even told bro, like, very humbly, you could ask him like, yo, bro, like, teach me how to make a song like that, bro. Like, he's like what? I'm like, bro, it just makes sense. Everything you're saying, it's like a whole story behind it, and that's when I didn't know what was going on back then. Like how do I do this shit? Like, you know, I want to really learn. And we used to get drunk in the living room and just sing some shit, you know, until we start writing and shit. And I don't know. I just take everybody's way of creating music and I just put it into my own, really, because I learned a lot from everybody. I learned so much from all these people. Like you said, I've been around so many people, and it's been a blessing, bro, because I don't know. It's just definitely a blessing.
Amazing. Let's talk about the new project. Tell me all about it.
All right, new project. The title is Really Me, produced by Project X, 1 feature, Lil 22, 7 tracks. It's just the best shit I'm gonna put out for sure. Like, so far along the lines, like everything that I've dropped, this is gonna be like the best. Every single song is better than anything y'all heard.
Fire.
That's those are the 7 songs out of the 70 songs that me and Project made a couple months ago. I really love the cover. It's a younger version of me looking at me through a mirror now.
Fire.
And I feel like the reason that is because so my right hand man, Trey Cuts,
mm-hmm.
He's always listening to my shit. We're always talking about my music, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, Trey, bro, imagine I dropped this tape and like,
mm-hmm.
bro, years ago, bro, like when we was chilling at the park and shit, like, bro. He's like, nah, you can't even think about that shit. That definitely will blow up back then. Like, #1 hits. Like, we always be talking about crazy shit like that. He's like, bro, just think about it. I'm like, think about it. Imagine we, like, us kids looking at me right now with this music. Like, you know, we always just saying, like, what ifs or buts, you know? So that's what the cover is. Like, it's kind of like, it's like a tape to myself. Like, I'm so proud of it that I really wish the kid version of me could see this right now. Like, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like, I will make me proud. I don't care who else. I want to make me proud.
If you could, what message would you give to your younger self?
I would not want to give a message to him. I want him to do what he's going to do.
Figure it out for himself?
Nah, like, if he's going to live...
Nah, just let him figure it out for himself?
Yeah, but, like, if he's going to live exactly what I lived through, perfect. I would not want to change that shit.
Great.
Like, no.
Great. Out of the 70 plus songs that you had in total, what made you land on the 7 you wound up choosing? What was that process like? How did you finalize those 7 songs?
I don't even...
What was your process
I probably listen to every single song. Obviously, it's me, so I'm not getting bored of that shit all day long. So, and those aren't the songs I listen to the most, really. I'm not gonna hold you. I just felt like those were the songs that really correlated with each other, like, in the most perfect way.
Cool.
Like, I want to show this side of me, this side of me, this side. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
I didn't want to just... Nah. I took 7 songs where I could show you me talking about this, doing that. This flow is this. I'm singing over here, rap, like, this beat sounds like this. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bunch of new shit you never heard me do before. So I'm like, people need to listen to this shit. That's about it, really.
What else do you want people to know about Scuba?
What else do I want people to know about me?
Sits up.
Just random shit? Or like something inspirational right now? Like, what do you want?
Man, whatever you are feeling, what do you want people to know about you?
I like to have fun. That's it. If that could be on my tombstone, yeah, he's just a fun guy or some shit. Happy dude, like something like that along those lines. It's very simple for me. If I'm happy, that's it. Like, I don't really... You know me, I'm very minimal at the same time, too. Like,
most definitely. Well, bro, I want to salute you for real because you know, like, your journey has been, you know, real rugged, and you know, you've had a lot of things thrown at you last couple of years, including, you know, a daughter and a lot of changes at with your home life and everything, and you've had every ability not to make the right decisions,
Right.
but you've made everyone correctly.
Right.
So, man, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you. It means a lot.
As an artist, as a person, man, this shit just the beginning, bro. We gonna go crazy.
For sure. I appreciate that.
Nah,
Like,
love, bro.
I out the camera and shit, I appreciate that.
Nah, no doubt. Love, bro, for real. Yeah.
We wrapping it up?
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
I was off the